Hello everyone and welcome back to Debugged. In this lesson we introduce Object-Oriented Programming or OOP. This is the programming model Java is built on. From this point forward we stop thinking only in variables and methods and we start thinking in real-world projects. So, object-oriented programming is a way of structuring programs around objects instead of just instructions. An object represents something real or conceptual, a person, a car, a bank account, a user. Each object has data, what it has, and behavior, what it can do. Class vs versus object. A class is a blueprint. An object is an actual instance created from that blueprint. Think of it this way. Class equals a house blueprint, while an object equals an actual house built from that blueprint. Now, let's create our first class. Right-click on SRC, new Java class, and let's name it person. Now, we are going to give a name and an age to this person. So we could say that this class defines what a person has, a name and an age. These are called fields or attributes. So let's get back to our main and then let's write person, which is the class we built, equals new person. P1 dot name equals Christos. P1 dot age equals 25. System dot out println p1 dot name and p1 dot age. Let's run it. Perfect. So, new person creates an object in memory. P1 is a reference to that object. Using the dot operator, we access its fields. Now, let's create some more objects. So, for example, if I write person p2 equals new person, p2 dot name equals Maria, and p2 dot age equals 30. So then I can print, instead of p1, I can print p2. And if I run this, you will see Christos 25, Maria 30. This is because each object has its own data. Even though both objects come from the same class, they store independent values. Now, let's get back again to our person class and let's add a void named introduce without parameters, and inside for now it's going to go to system.out.println. My name is plus name plus and I am plus age plus years old. Perfect. Now if we go to our main method and call p1.introduce and p2.introduce, then if we run this, now our object doesn't just store data, it has behavior. Methods inside the class define what an object can do. So, why object-oriented programming is powerful? Because object-oriented programming allows us to group related data and behavior together, avoid messy, unstructured code, model real-world problems naturally, and build scalable applications. Every real Java project, Android apps, backend systems, desktop apps is built around classes and objects. Now let's check some common mistakes beginners do. So, mistake number one, forgetting to create an object. So, if we just write person p and then p dot name equals Alex, this is error. You must create the object using new before using it. Mistake 2. Confusing class and object. So if you write, for example, person.name equals John, this is totally wrong. Fields belong to objects, not directly to the class. Mistake 3. Putting logic in main instead of classes. As programs grow, logic must move into classes, not staying inside the main. Mistake number 4. Ah, sorry, no more mistake for now. Um, Now, let's build a small mental model in order to understand better objects. So, from now on, always ask yourself, what objects exist in my problem? Let's name this mentality. What data do they have? And what actions do they perform? This mindset separates beginners from real programmers. So, today we learned what object-oriented programming is, the difference between a class and an object, how to define a class, how to create objects, how objects store data, how objects perform actions through methods, and some common beginner mistakes. This is the foundation of everything that follows in Java. In lesson 10, we go deeper by introducing constructors, the this keyword, and encapsulation. This is where we start writing safe professional quality classes. Until then, see you.